Dadgummit! We are getting canned. An evening getting canned is what this stream's called. Well, I was kind of surprised how long we went. But I did my copyright test beforehand and didn't have a problem with Bel Air. It just didn't like that sidelong track. Okay then, what's the difference? Maybe it detected the video I have playing. I don't know. It's kind of strange because we were like maybe 2/10 the way through a song of theirs. And then it just ended up killing it. Okay. So if this doesn't work, because I kind of gave up on that track, obviously. But we're going to play 3 more tracks. Sorry. And I guess that's the way it's got to go. And then probably the next thing will be the Wi-Fi gets... I'm just kidding. It didn't freeze. Gets kicked off. Maybe, guys, maybe I can fool you. Do the freeze frame. Yeah, we're going to try these 3 tracks. I didn't try the last one on this album. We're going to try Igbeng Miyazi. I thought Dama was frozen. He's playing tricks on me. But anyways, glad you guys are still sticking around for this stupid can stream. And for some reason my blind is falling apart. I can't explain it. Maybe I should go look through my peephole and see if there's like 2 people waiting for me, like in my dream. It'll be like one of those Mulholland Drive kind of situations. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's try some vitamin C. And of course, the right RCA doesn't like me again. Luckily, it's an easy fix. Just 1 second. There we go. Okay. Hopefully this works.
Break it down to the ground, into the mind, and into the ground. Vagabonds and souls. Oh, blow the game. And a blow the game.
Okay, and I think this last track is going to be the last one for tonight. Oh, wait, we're not even done with this one. I forgot about this. Oh, yeah, we'll play one more. I didn't check the copyright on the last track, their hit single, Spoon. You never know.
making whole. Those lights are making on my head. Those lights in my head. Yes, I feel everything. I'm so green. I'm so green. Yes, I feel everything you said. Yes, I feel everything you said. Sometimes I'm just going, show me all the time. Together the evening, since to the rain. I'm so green, yeah, I'm so green. I'm so green, I'm so green. I feel everything. I feel everything you say. I feel everything you say. I feel everything you say. I'm gonna feel everything. I feel everything. Feel everything. In the place where to go, in the place where to go, in the place where to go, in the place where to go. I never end. I never end. When the place is big, when the place takes
Well, okay, that was the Can Streams, Part 3. We got canned twice, but that's okay. Yeah, I just didn't like Bel Air this time. Or that footage I used. I'll be better about it next time. That's okay. It's gonna happen. It's bound to happen, right? This was right next to United States of America I was pulling out. You guys know this one? Cheap Heat. Don't even bother with their cover of Birthday. It's got some good fuzz in it. Just give you a little taste of this. special people that have stuck around for this long, you're in for a treat. We're going to play one of my rough masters for my upcoming album next year, hopefully. Hopefully at all. So I'll let this play in the background and then I'll pull it up here when I'm ready. Hey, welcome, Dan. Stop by Eric Burden. I do not have that. I'm not too big on Eric Burden, to be honest. I do like, late period animals, but just, him along with Van Morrison and a few others that I can't think of offhand. There's some soulful British cats I just can't really get into. Just never been too big on Eric Burden, personally. Bought the new reissue of Elias Hulk. Right on, man. Yeah, it took me a while to finally get a copy, but got one now. It's so good. Yeah, Mr. B played that, last week was that? Yeah, this is some good fuzz, man. This goes on forever, too. It's a cover of Give Me Some Lovin'. You can find this record for probably $15 on average. This isn't the only track either. It's got some other good heavies on it. Underground Sunshine. Yeah, Russ. Underground Sunshine. They made it on Dick Clark with their cover of Birthday by the Beatles. It's like the weakest track on here. That cover sucks. And there's a bomb like this on there. It's really good. Hey, good night, Tassio. You're gonna miss my new track, though. It's coming right up. I actually pulled it up. Yeah, that fuzz is amazing. That's kind of a similar tone my guitar, my amp makes. I've kind of, tweaked it to make that kind of rusty, kind of 60s fuzz sound. Yeah, we're getting there. Hold your horses. That was a terrible neigh. I'm tired. I am tired. That's what THC does to you. Anyways, new track. It's all geared up here. So it's not one of my better ones with vocals. There's no vocals on this one. It's kind of a short little intermittent track. It opens up side 2 is what the plan is for this track. And I should state this too. This is not actually one of my masters. This is me mixing it on my interface that I was using. So it's even more cleaned up than what you're going to hear. But here's a little taste. And this is all me, by the way. Very Can inspired, you could say. So we'll end the night with an upcoming sneak peek from the Astral Yacht record. Let's cue it up here. Here we go. playing a recorder in the background there. Yeah, for not being mastered. That was all me. And it's, I guess maybe I'm just talented. I don't know. I put no effort into that. Sometimes I just come up with these ideas on the spot. I made that all in one afternoon. I laid down a drum track, and I just kind of layer upon layer upon layer. Messed around with some effects on my PV amp, some delay, and there's like a pitch shift thing going on there. So I'm playing my guitar. It's a lot of just me on the guitar. And then some of the bass lines. I pretty much use like the bass line and then just improvised over top of that and see what landed. And that's kind of a lot what the album is. It's a lot of, at maximum, maybe 4 or 5 takes. But yeah. Randy says, he asks, is the whole album like this? No, every song is very much its singular thing. So there might be a couple tracks like this. The intro and outro are both instrumental. And then there's this instrumental. And then everything in between. There's 3 transitional tracks. They're kind of like a 1.5-minute tracks. And then there's like 5 actual songs, me on vocals. So yeah, 5 legitimate songs and then jams kind of circling around it. So I don't know. Sometimes I listen back on it and I think I'm kind of being my worst critic when I listen back, but the more I listen to it, the more it's, we're coming along in the mastering process. We're pretty much finalizing it. I'm pretty happy with the outcome. I mean, I'm probably like the only kid from my small town in Nebraska who's ever even attempted to make an album. I mean, my family's pretty impressed. And I mean, maybe it's just like a no-brainer to me to make a record, but to a lot of people around the area, it's a pretty big deal. And it is to me too. It's just like it's a literal dream come true making this happen. So I don't want to spoil too much. I've already spoiled enough just sampling this track for you. And obviously there's going to be some fade out at the end there. It didn't really fade out. It just kind of cut right off with that hissing. But And we just did it on a no budget basis. Sorry, I'm missing some comments here. Are recorders common in krautrock, or is this more progressive English folk? I mean, I just use it because I had it. And there's like a good number of tracks I use the recorder on. And it's not all rock oriented. I mean, a lot of it is kind of rock centered, obviously, but it's kind of spaced out. It's a lot of space rock things going on. We use like these electronic samplers. We got these sampler effects happening. So a lot of zany effects with the use of wah pedal. You know, sort of these trippy segues, like my buddy's literally laughing as we're making these sound effects, and we recorded that and put delay on that, so it's going to be on the record, man. It's turning out pretty badass, I'm not going to lie. So we're thinking maybe, how many we're going to press? We're thinking in the start, maybe 500 copies. I think we can sell them, considering the fan service I have on here all these years, and being on YouTube 10 years, I think I got somewhat of a following, and Instagram following as well. And, you know, I have my own Facebook group, and we chat on there a lot. And we got a Bandcamp site too. So if you search out Astral Yacht Bandcamp on Google, you should find us. There's a photo of us, like the camera sitting on the ground, pointing at us too. There's me with sunglasses on, and my college buddy, who I haven't got here on camera yet. He lives in Omaha, so he stops over pretty regular though. We're always doing something else when he's over. We just gotta find a time to record and make, promote ourselves a little bit. RSD pressings. Yeah, and we hope to sell some in the shop too, maybe bring like 3 copies across town and see if anybody's interested. And like I said, we do have an album art up too, but I don't want to spoil too much. I want to show you, but I feel like it'd be spoiling it. Like I said, this is for the people that stuck around for the 2 hours that we've been on camera, but yeah, it's just very spatial oriented. But the cover, we were kind of thinking of like a Western font, like the 1800s kind of Western font. And we use these like stamp letters pressed into the paper, so it looks a little more handmade and kind of bold, and make it stick out. And it, we had a few different options, and we've just been kind of narrowing it down. And so far I was communicating with the artist who's doing our collage for us, and we like where it's going. And like I said, the foreground is like the desert, and then we have like these snowy mountains as the next layer, and then up into the galaxy, sort of this galactic spatial swirling mist. And that's all my idea. That's kind of the concept I wanted. See what he had for, collage material from different magazines, and tying it all together. And it's pretty badass. So, I don't know. I think it might be a while till they get pressed. It's a long process. We hope by a year, next year, December, I don't know. Hopefully it's not that long, but you know how backed up the vinyl plants are. We just hope it can get on the ball here soon. I got to communicate with the label yet. Funk Night is the label out of Detroit. I have one of their records. I forget how to pronounce the guy's name. Misha is the first guy's name. So yeah, listen back on the stream if you'd like to hear it again. It's out there. Saloony font. Kind of reminds me of like looking at a belt buckle kind of font. Like those sort of Western belt buckles that had lettering on it. It's kind of like that. talked to Hypnotic Bridge Records. They only put out psych singles. I have them all so far. That song would fit in with the label. Yeah, and then not only that, but I got literal, legitimate songs. Probably our best song, though, I'll just give this out there. It's a post-punk sounding song. It's got a lot of post-punkiness about it, sort of echoing the Bunnymen kind of vibe, which we didn't even intend it to go that route. It just kind of happened, and I do vocals on it, and it's probably our best structured track, I would say. Maybe. And there is a track on there where I do reference LSD, and I did kind of not steal, but got inspired by an old garage rock track. It's on the Fort Worth Teen Scene compilation. There's a track where this kid's singing like, "Last night I took a trip on LSD," and I kind of do a little bit of that too on this record, on one of our songs, and it's called "Colors You've Never Seen." That's right. I just like the idea of like colors you've never seen before. What? You know, just it's basically just a fun listen. It's very much a jammy kind of record. It's meant to be fun. It's spatial. It's kind of serious, but not so serious. Somewhat of a concept record. You know, if this is a one and done, which we hope it's not, we'd like to continue this project. Oh, Derek, he's in Omaha. I don't know if we would collab. We're kind of in different headspaces. No, Derek's all right. But yeah, we're kind of on our own pathways, I think. But I am probably the only one in Nebraska doing these sort of things, I would imagine. Because if I wasn't, I would have probably heard of someone else into this kind of scene in the area, wouldn't I? Everybody's focused on that damn Cornhusker game. I don't know why everybody acts like the Cornhusker football is like their bread and butter, like they're just obsessed about it, and I don't get it. It's like we're not even ranked, and you're just like acting like Tom Osborne's the savior, and it's like those days are over, man. Carry on with your life. Anyways, I'm being silly, being a little out there, a little stoned, perhaps. It's debatable. We'll never fully know the truth. But anyways, I'm being silly. Anyways, I'm going to wrap up here. Thanks for joining in with the can session. I think it went overall pretty well, besides, you know, kick the can to the curb a couple times, but overall it was an experiment, and most of it went pretty well, besides a couple songs, I think. Yeah, well, really the one song. And we'll kind of stick to low key, you know, maybe we'll play the same album every stream. That way we won't get shut down. Sometimes my chat doesn't work correctly on these lives. I don't know why. Like I always miss the chat for some reason. It just shuts off. Okay, here we go. All right, thanks Mick, thanks Kimba, thanks Randy, Chris Kibler, thanks for joining in. I think it's the first time I've seen you here. Thanks for joining, man. I'm expecting another Acid Archives from you soon. Tassio, Russ, Dan, Carol, Jess Vicks, Mr. B. All right, thanks for joining, guys. We'll see what the next one is next time. I think we might go back to Power Pop. I have a record in mind. Till next time.